Kissing you, me, sitting in a tree. Kissing, oh wishes. You, me, sitting in a tree. Kissing.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're enjoying all these videos that I'm making because I've decided that I'm going to upload daily. So I'm just on a roll and I'm really enjoying it, so I'm just going to keep cranking out the videos. Today I'm going to be talking to you about minimalism and my journey with minimalism. This is going to be a word for me, minimalism. Okay, here we go. On Monday's video, I hinted to you that I was raised by a minimalist. My mom was a minimalist, more so out of necessity really for her. But like I said, she always looked glamorous and classy and sophisticated in the few pieces that she had, and she was able to interchange them and look really good every time she went out. So that is something that I grew up seeing all the time. And at the time I was a child, of course I didn't know what it meant. I just thought those are the clothes that my mother had. But looking back now as an adult, I know that my mom was a genius in doing that, and it really made a lot of sense for her, and it was very practical for her lifestyle as well. Now, before I tell you why I'm embarking on this minimalism journey, I just want to backtrack a little bit so you have a little bit of clarity as to why I'm doing it. First, I want to talk about my upbringing. Some of you know, most of you know that I was born and raised in Durban, South Africa. Durban is northeast of Cape Town. It's right on the Indian Ocean. I remember just having this wonderful childhood that was overflowing with love and friendship and companionship, and really I had everything growing up. I don't remember being poor. I don't remember going to bed hungry. I don't remember having less than. I always had everything that I needed. Looking back now with my American lifestyle and my American eyes, we were poor. But at the time I didn't feel poor. I remember my mom was a homemaker, and so whenever we came back from school, she'd be home, there'd be food to eat, she'll help us with our homework, and you know, we'd go outside and play with our friends. There were always friends to play with. And I remember in the compound, it wasn't a compound, but it's kind of sort of like a compound that we lived in, we had, oh God, mango trees, banana trees, mulberry trees, raspberry trees, we had peaches, we had sugar cane. I mean, we had everything, and so there was always food to eat. There was always, it was almost like this magical wonderland, you know. And I just remember just really enjoying myself growing up and as a child, and just having this wonderful childhood. We also had a country home where we went on the weekends, on holidays, or when it was my great-grandfather's birthday. We'd go, and there were horses and livestock, and we'd ride around the horses, and I just remember feeling very blessed and very lucky to have all these things, because I knew kids that didn't have a country home to go to, you know, or a farm to go to. They were like raised in the city. We still had that country house, or farmhouse anyway, that's what we called it there. And so I say this to point out that we did not have material stuff. Throughout my childhood, not once did we get presents for Christmas or for birthdays. Not once. And mind you, that was the norm. I don't remember any of my friends that I grew up with also having presents. Nobody did that, you know. But that was normal, and that was fine, and it wasn't something that like, oh, you guys are poor so you don't get presents. It wasn't anything like that. And again, I point this out to you to say that in the absence of material objects, material stuff, material things, I still had a life that was full and overflowing and abundant, and I felt good about it. Now, having come and lived in America and experienced the overabundance of everything, clothing, food, alcohol, drugs, you name it, is here. And I'm not knocking it by any sense, not at all. I'm not knocking it, I'm just pointing it out. And I've indulged in it as well, you know, because I came and thought, oh my gosh, I'm in America, let's get into it, YOLO, right? But I found that it hasn't done for me what my childhood did for me. I still walk around or walked around feeling sort of like there's something missing. I couldn't quite put my finger on it, you know, and I tried different things. I tried, you know, yoga, and I tried Buddhism, and I tried all these other things, and still it was just like, it didn't quite do it for me. And so I took the time to sort of go through all our family photographs, and to go through my diaries. I keep diaries like crazy. And just read through all of them from way back the 90s when I still like writing in cursive writing. And I remember that in most of my diary entries, the thing that I kept going back to was how loved I felt. And in none of them is there I got a present, you know. And so I thought to myself, oh my gosh, that's really telling of the kind of upbringing that I had. And so I want to return to that. That is why I'm embarking on this journey now. And with the children, oh my goodness, my children have so much stuff. It's not the way that I want to raise them. Not to say that I want them to be poor or to have lack in their lives, but I want there to be structure in the material objects that they have, in the material things that they have. So what I actually did recently was I took majority of their toys and I put it into 2 separate suitcases, and I put the suitcases away. They had no idea. They still haven't figured out that most of the toys are gone, which just goes to show me that, okay, so they didn't really need them. Now I'm gonna find a way to rotate them so that they can enjoy them and then maybe donate the other ones. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the toys yet, but I'm coming up with a system. And so for me, I want to give my children the upbringing and all that I had. And a lot of the time people say, I want to give my children what I never had. I want to give mine what I had, because I had a wonderful childhood and upbringing, and I want to make sure that they have a rock solid foundation to build their lives on. And I think it's also very important for us as a cross-cultural family with our different backgrounds and upbringing that we create a solid foundation as a unit for our children to come up on. And so this video for me was really important to make so that you understood that I wasn't just jumping on a bandwagon and going, I want to become a minimalist. But there was something that I was legitimately embarking on, and it was going to have an impact on my life. I'm really looking forward to sharing this journey with you, and I'd love for you to join me if it makes sense for you, if it's something that you're interested in, or maybe just to watch me fall flat on my face. You know what, that may very well happen, I don't know. It remains to be seen. So moving forward, I'm just going to bring you along as I declutter the house, as I organize my space and just create more room for more of the things that I want. I slowly started making these kinds of videos. I think I made a video, I'm going to link it up in a card somewhere here, where I just, I think the title was More of What Makes Me Happy. I think when there's less, when there's more room in my life, and it's not being taken up by clutter, I can do more of the stuff that makes me happy. Anyway, I invite you to come along, watch, enjoy, or participate, whatever you want to do on this minimalism. I told you I couldn't say this word. Minimalism. Anyway, join me on this journey, and I don't even know, I'm gonna have to find like a shortened version of this minimalism. I can't say it. Anyway, I'm gonna stop. I hope you enjoyed that video. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Minimalism. And I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.